What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And this one, I'm going to be continuing to show you how to make Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 in Minecraft. This is part 43, and in this one, we're going to be going over how to make the cave. I'm not going to exactly show you it block for block. Well, I'll show you almost the layout for it in a way. I'll explain that more later. And we're also going to be getting this hallway done along with this little cave portion here to get to the next one, but we won't start this one yet. Yeah, but that is all. So with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alright, so here's how we're going to do this cave, because I'm not going to spend like 2 hours doing the whole thing block for block, because originally it probably took that long, and plus all of the tutorial stuff, it'd be like longer than that, I would presume, so like 3 hours. I'm going to give you one row, which is going to be like the middle, and then I'm going to show you a series of images which will have the middle marked in them, and we'll give you each layer starting from the bottom and working up to just do the cave, and you can just pretty much copy those, because they won't be actually the dirt that we're going to use. It's going to be copper, probably. I think it's copper, so it is tiled properly, and you can actually just count the tiles and, you know, the lines between the blocks and whatever, because I'm not doing the whole thing manually. That's just like, it's just not it. So I'll explain when we get there as for what those will be. You don't even necessarily have to copy mine, like it doesn't matter that much. So you want to start out by getting out the following: coarse dirt, cobbled deep slate, cobbled deep slate slabs, and black concrete. That's all we'll need. So if you start from the hole here, which would lead back into statues, if you're in this room, you just want to head down this hole, and you want to start from the stone stair in front of it. And you want to go down from said stair with 4 coarse dirt. You'll then go down diagonally forward 1, which will be towards statues. And then down by 9. Nice. Should be a total row of 10 according to my calculations, which is correct. You'll then go down diagonally back 1. And back by 3. You will then from there go back with 3 cobbled deep slate slabs. Then down diagonally back with a block. Back 1. Back with a slab. Down diagonally back with a block. And then you will extend that block down by 6. Then go down diagonally back 1. And then down by, oh, I love counting these kinds. You'll go down by 8. Remember this because, well, don't necessarily remember it, but you just kind of note it because the distance down on both sides is the same. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to start from the opposite stair, the one behind the hole, and you're going to place a coarse dirt under it still. That doesn't change. You're then going to bring that coarse dirt down diagonally back by 1. And then you will go back by 3. Up diagonally back 1. Back by 5. What did I just do? Okay, there we go. Up diagonally back 1. Back 3. Up diagonally back 1. Back by 9. Down diagonally back 1. Back by 5. Down diagonally back 1. Back 2. Down diagonally back 1. Down 1. Down diagonally back. Down 2. Down diagonally back. And then down by 2. For now, you can stop for just a brief moment. Below that, whatever block you want to use here, it doesn't particularly matter. You want to go down with the following. Hold on. It's a certain number of blocks, and I'm just not quite there. Okay, you're going to go down with 8 blocks. Of just a placeholder or whatever. It doesn't necessarily matter all that much. And then I'll make sure that I have my coordinate right. But what was that? I already forgot. Below that, you're going to be forward a block. You're going to go down diagonally forward with a coarse dirt. You'll then go down by 12. Then down diagonally forward 1 and down 1. These bottom two ones you will connect together, this bottom course dirt and that bottom cobble deep seed, with a row of black concrete that is a block below it. And it should just, connect perfectly like so. That's a shape, in fact, but that is the shape we're kind of looking for. That row of oak planks I have, I'm going to leave it there because it helps us to know where we need the hole in the wall and where the center is and stuff. So that doesn't necessarily matter for me as much as it will for you. I'll show you the block for block thing in a second. I think it might be beneficial to us to get the little swingy thing in first. So if you take the top row of coarse dirt, you're going to leave the back 4 open, and if you count to the 5th one forward, you're going to bring this coarse dirt both left and right by 2, which will give you a row of 5. Then get out the following: nether brick fence, basalt, end rods, and I'll get rid of the oak planks and I'll move all this forward because you do need dark oak fence gates and bamboo fence gates. Down from these end coarse dirts on either side, you will place 6 nether brick fence. Then you'll place an end rod and then a basalt that is going to be facing left to right. I prefer the end rod is also facing upwards, but it doesn't matter that much. I will flip it just because. And from either basalt, you'll place a dark oak fence gate, and in the middle you can crouch and place a bamboo fence gate. For the purposes of making sure everything lines up, if you're not going to copy my little funny images, don't worry about this, but both left and right of the basalt, you're going to place 6 pale oak fences extending out. Just get rid of whatever. I got rid of the bamboo fence gates. You'll then go up by 1 from either side. And on the left, you will go left by 1, and on the right, you will go right by 2. Left is done. On the right, you'll go up again. Right 2. Up. Right. And that'll just ensure that you have everything right. So, the images should now be shown. For everything, the first layer is going to be just fully iron. They should be showing right now. I'll show like 5 seconds between. You can pause if you need or go back, obviously, because they're showing right now, so you can hear my explanation. The iron is for the black concrete at the bottom. That is what that base row is, or it doesn't really matter that much. I just had it there for some reason. But you want basically nothing where the iron is. Where the copper is going to be coarse dirt. The red concrete is just the row we made, which is also the red nether brick. And then I think it's cobbled deepslate for the blocks, and polished deepslate is for the slab variant, or it's the other way around. I'll confirm that on, it should be on text on the screen, on one of the first images. But yeah, and it should all line up accordingly. Again, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. But yeah, I'll just let those kind of roll, and I'll be back once they're done. So yeah, fun times. If you made the cave, good job. Tell me how that went. Not something I'm going to be doing a lot, but just I wanted to show the cave, but I didn't want to spend 3 hours on it. So that was my option. Now, a couple things I want to go over. Gray stained glass. You want to, from the bottom of the black concrete, fill in the center. You can do this with slash fill if you want. Directly on top of the gray concrete, you want a row of gray glass, and then you're going to go every other block, and in total, you want only four rows of gray glass. So I'll leave a gap of one, glass, gap of one, glass, gap of one, glass. And that'll just, if you kind of look from above on that one row, you can see what it does. It gives you this nice fog effect. It's obviously not perfect, and it's not supposed to be perfect, and you can add more if you want. But just because I didn't feel like bringing the cave that much further down, I didn't. For texturing the other thing, you might want to do that one first, honestly. I don't know why I mentioned it second. But I textured on the coarse dirt with, I'll just tell you the blocks. It was pack mud, dripstone blocks, dirt, rooted dirt, and if you have random tick speed off, I used podzol, mycelium, and grass. Just to give a little bit of texture and almost look like there's kind of vines and stuff growing out, or moss, whatever. For the cobble deep slate, I use polished deep slate bricks, and mud, and I'm pretty sure that's everything. Yup. So, yeah. And again, I do apologize, I'm not doing the full thing, just you know how it is. You should have a gap over here at the end, which is cool and awesome. Get out the following for starting. Stone, for starting is such a word. Stone stairs, stone slabs, anvils, barriers, or I think string should work, but I'm not sure. Structure board should also work, but again, I'm not really positive. Quartz bricks, and I think we'll just go with that for now. How does that one sound? So, underneath the center row, and if you don't know where the center row is, essentially, you really just want to trace where the hole is. And you see here, I'm going to move left to right here, and I'll see that my Z coordinate is changing. I mean, I don't really need to know because I have one row. But take 10,515. That's my middle row. That shouldn't be yours because that's a really big number. But anyway, you want to head down, and underneath this coarse dirt, just where the gap is, you're going to place a stone. Extend that stone forward by, just want to make sure I'm on the right row first. Extend it forward by 2. And then place an upside down stone slab. Extend that stone slab both left and right with 3 stone. And then extend the end stone, not the end stone, the final stone, down on either side by, well, on the left side, I should say, by 7. The right side is a little different. Just like so. On the right side, you are also actually bringing it down by 7. I apologize, I was looking at the wrong row. And then you can also connect the stone together at that bottom block. And you should notice you're left with a, not quite a square, it's a 5 by 6, I think, yeah. Opening in the center. We'll just kind of go around into the details. I might as well do this block for block, because who cares. On the left, or going from this upside down stone slab to the left, you'll place, just going off of each stone block in an order, you'll place an upside down stone stair, 2 blocks, and then you'll be going down now, but it's upside down stair, regular stair, a gap of 1 for now, and then an upside down stone slab, block below, upside down slab below, block below, and then moving across the right, you'll leave a gap of 1, upside down stair, block, slab. Right of that, you'll actually break this stone and replace it with an upside down stone stair. This corner will be an upside down slab. Then above it a stair, upside down stair, slab, block, slab, gap of 1, top corner is an upside down stair, left of it a block, and then left of it an upside down slab. And that should give you this, whatever that is. I'm not really sure, but it's something. from this point, what you can do is, we have anvils, and I'm going to tell you where the anvils are positioned. If there is a block below you, nice. If there's not, place a barrier below. So, I'll start with the top row. The top left-hand corner off this stone block, you have an anvil. And the anvils will kind of face sideways again, so they're coming out of the stone, rather than if you place it this way, you'll see it's kind of sort of floating. And we don't particularly want that. Counting down from the anvil that you just placed by 3, in this gap you'll have an anvil, and then in front of it sticking out you'll have another anvil. You'll need a barrier there as well. You'll need a barrier for almost all of these. Just below the barrier from that anvil, you'll have another anvil here. So the barrier will be off the upside down stone slab, anvil will be there. Off this corner, you'll place an anvil again. Bottom center, the only stone block that sticks out further, you'll have an anvil off of as well. And again, don't forget your barriers. You can see where they're placed for me, if that helps you at all. Up on the right side, the only stone block that sticks out on this side as well, which is this one, you'll have an anvil coming off of. I, for some reason, have a floating anvil. I'm pretty sure that's a mistake. I would presume you put one on top of this slab and then another one in front, but this one just doesn't exist for some reason, so, yeah. Up diagonally left from that off this block, you'll have another anvil. I'll crouch, place a barrier off the previous one, and then you should end up with this. And that's where they're all positioned. If you want to add more or remove some, you can, because I do realize that's also a lot of iron to be wasting on anvils. But, you know, it is what it is. The top and bottom of stone, you want to bring back really 3 rows. Leave the sides alone for now, but just the full top and the full bottom. And they should hopefully fill in any gap you have. If not, too bad. But it should. Right? Yeah. On the left side, going top to bottom on this next row, I'm going to move the quartz bricks to the back, just so I can scroll between stone and quartz bricks, just with one little click of the mouse wheel. But on the left side, you'll go bottom to top, and you'll place a quartz brick, 2 stone, 2 quartz bricks, and a stone. On the right side, you're going to do 2 quartz bricks, stone, quartz bricks, stone, quartz brick. And then you'll just place for now 2 rows of quartz bricks behind that on both sides. Nice. From this point, I'm going to get a number, actually. That's what I'll do. You want to take really all sides of this with the quartz bricks and stone and extend them back by 21. And yeah. We'll go a little bit further later, but that's fine. We don't worry about that yet. And I won't even do the corners because it doesn't matter. I mean, I guess you could. As in the, like, corners between the wall and ceiling, I guess I should specify. These hallways are going to be really annoying to make because a lot of them are slanted awkwardly. This one, thankfully, is nice, but, mainly next part we'll be getting into the ones that are a little bit mischievous. There's, like, one slanted, I think, like, up. There's one slanted left to right. Just a lot of slanting going on. Although I do feel like, I think the one that was slanted up was the worst, because I went through like 3 iterations of that before it finally was right, because I kept realizing something was wrong. Like, it stopped slanting randomly. I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, it should give you this. You can clear your inventory now, because we don't need any of this, and get out the following now. We'll start with the left side, because the left will be better to help us start marking things. But you want to get out cobblestone slabs. I would say tough slabs. I guess we will get out tough slabs, whatever. Bamboo fence. Warped fence. Red nether brick walls. Mangrove fence, pranked. Cyan terracotta. Blackstone slabs, and we'll go cobble deep slate slabs. And that should get a good amount of stuff done. I don't really particularly know how much, though. So starting from the very left row, you'll take this first stone here, and from it, you want to count back by 2 and replace this block with either a cobblestone or tough block. Again, I'm going to say block or slab, just alternate between the two however much you want. Behind that, you'll place a slab above, and then behind that, you'll have another block. Right of the front block and the slab here, you'll place more blocks. That's so not right. There we go. From that on the, like, against the wall, you'll leave 3 stone open, and on the 4th one, you'll place a row of bamboo fence going floor to ceiling. Behind that, a row of red nether brick walls. Behind that, a row of warped fence. And behind that, 2 rows of cyan terracotta. Then behind that, going back from specifically the floor block, you want to place 7 warped fence. End fence you'll bring up by 1, and then you'll place 4 bamboo fence on top, which should connect into the ceiling. The bottom bamboo fence you'll bring forward by 2 and then down by 1, which will almost look like the Subway logo if you squint really hard. I hate that it does. You'll count forward from the front of the bamboo fence by 3 and place 2 mangrove fence extending up from that warped fence, which will be the second one we would have placed on that row. Anyway, behind this, you want to leave a gap of 1 stone, and then you'll place a black stone block in the floor. Behind that, a cobbled deep slate in the floor. Then behind that, a black stone slab not in the floor. Behind that, a cobbled deep slate block also not in the floor, and then right of that, either a cobblestone or tough slab. Then right of that, cobbled deep slate in the floor again. Then a slab not in the floor, and then I have a deep slate brick block here. You can get rid of cyan terracotta if you would like to place deep slate bricks, but I'd get out the slab version and place a block there. In front of the cobbled deep slate slab, here's why. You want a deep slate brick slab, and then in the floor in front of that, you'll have either cobblestone or tough. Also, left of that deep slate brick slab, you'll do the same. In front of that, you'll place a cobbled deep slate block, which will be brought right by 1, and then from the middle of that row of 3, you'll go back with a cobbled deep slate block and forward with a tough or cobblestone block. And nice. That should end up flat with the wall, which works nicely because the dirt is just behind that. This dirt will be block for block because it's not that much. But yeah, I don't even know if that'll be this part necessarily. I guess we'll see. It should be. We're not very far in, so... anyway, you can clear your inventory, and oh, we missed a section. That's fine. I get out the following: warp slabs, bamboo slabs, andesite slabs, polished deep slate slabs. We'll get out the tough and cobblestone again. And I don't think there's any other slabs. Darn, we can't go with the full slabs yet. Mangrove trapdoors we'll go with. Warped trapdoors, and a piglin head. There's also a cobweb if I forget. It's in front of the front row of bamboo fences. Anyway, on the right side here, starting from the front, you will be in line with the front row of the cobblestone and tough on this side, and on the right you'll just place a warp slab here. There should be 2 stone in front of it, although the front one is a stair. You extend that slab back with 3 warp slabs, and then either a cobblestone or tough, and then behind that you'll go to infinity and beyond with warp slabs. It'll stop when you hit deep slate brick, basically. Where that one little tough or cobblestone slab was, you want a block to the left of it in the floor, and then another one in front of that. I have that one as all tough, actually. Counting back from this row of 2, you'll leave a gap of 3, and on this next one you'll place a warp trapdoor. And then the next one, you'll place a piglin head just facing towards the pipe. Very interesting pipe, I know. Leave a gap of 1 from that, and you'll break 3 blocks in the floor and fill them with either cobblestone or tough. Kind of looks like a pencil. From that point, you can go back to the front warp slab, and you want to count up from it by a block to this quartz brick and place 4 upside down warp slabs going behind it. Then, ignoring whether it's upside down or not, you'll just kind of go up diagonally back with 2 slabs, which will all be connecting, of course. And then from there, you'll go back with upside down warp slabs until you're 1 block beyond the deep slate brick, which also would entail you're beyond the wall by 1. Like so. From this backmost one, you'll leave a gap of 1 extending up and place a bamboo slab just kind of floating here. Extend it forward 2. Then down diagonally forward by 2 again, and then you'll bring this bamboo slab all the way forward until you hit where this warp slab pipe goes down diagonally, and then you'll go 1 further. Because here you want to also go down diagonally, forward 2, and then forward with 2 bamboo slabs. Above this final one, you'll leave a block and a half gap extending up and place an andesite slab here, which you should be able to bring all the way back, and it'll slap right into the bamboo slabs. Nice. In line with the front of these pipes, you're doing 2 rows here, actually. On the ceiling, you'll leave a 1 block gap off the right and place a row of mangrove slabs, and off the left, you'll leave a 1 block gap and place upside down polished deep slate slabs. I said mangrove slabs, I meant mangrove trap doors, by the way. They'll just be up against the ceiling. And yeah, you want to bring these all the way back. And they'll go to different lengths. The mangrove trap doors are a little bit extra. They're going until the... basically until the end of the stone, which we'll have to break some of it, but that's fine. And with the polished deep slate, you're going to end just before the bamboo fence here, the second set. And then you'll just go left by 1 to connect into the wall. So you can see what the difference is. From the mangrove trapdoors in addition, you're going to actually crouch place off the end of it another mangrove trapdoor that'll be opened up this time. This is like one of those pipes and it's just split in half or it's broken. Probably because there's a giant freaking cave in the middle of the hallway now, but I don't know, that's just a guess. You can clear your inventory and get out the following. Cobweb, literally a singular one. Also a singular nether brick fence and a singular lantern. Everything we need is singular, I guess. Head back to the front of the hallway. And you want to do the following. On the left side in front of the top bamboo fence here, this first set, you'll place a cobweb. Head to the backmost upside down polished deep slate slab and count forward by 3. Right of it a block, nether brick fence with a lantern below. Nice. And that is this hallway done, pretty much. We have a little bit of the ceiling to do, and we obviously have the dirt, but that is roughly all that we're going to need. Now, get rid of everything, I guess, and get out the following again. Coarse dirt. Trying to remember the video length, hold on. Okay. Stone stairs. Stone slabs. Stone blocks. Anvils, they are back. Barriers. End rods. Dark oak fence gates and bamboo fence gates. We'll probably do this little cave and then we'll end. So beyond the back row on the floor here, you want to place a singular row of coarse dirt just the length of the walls. The left 3 coarse dirt, you'll bring up an additional 1. And then from there, you're going to go up diagonally back from that row of 3, and you'll extend it right by 2, and then those overhanging ones can also be brought down like so. Place 3 additional rows of coarse dirt on top. And it should be kind of in line with the stone. You'll only have 1 block for now, just ignore that. It's fine. So, from this point, we can actually deal with the stone. If you look forward, we're going to take each row of the stone and we're going to trim it down a certain amount. So, the right one, what you can do, hold on, I'm just trying to make sure that I know exactly where it should be positioned. Okay, the stone would be there. You want to trim 1, 2, 3, you want to trim 4 stone off. The next one you're trimming 5 off, and that end one you replace with an upside down stone slab. Next one you're doing the same, but replacing the end one with an upside down stone stair. Next one you're just trimming 5 off, nothing fancy. And then next one you're trimming 4 off. And that should reveal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mangrove trapdoors, excluding the one that's opened. From this point, we can kind of start going in circles. So, well, the next row, I guess. You're going to, from this top left one, you're going to go forward diagonally left with the coarse dirt. Right, back diagonally right, right 2, forward diagonally right, forward diagonally right, and forward 2. From the leftmost coarse dirt, you'll go forward diagonally left, forward 2, and then forward diagonally right. We'll start from the same position each time, which will be this one right here, or at least when we, or as we can. You'll go up diagonally forward 1, forward 3, forward diagonally right, right 3, back diagonally right, and back by 2, back diagonally left, and back by 1, back diagonally left, left, and then forward diagonally left. We'll start from the 1 diagonal this time, because I actually think that's easier. You just want to copy the row one more time, though, so it doesn't actually matter all that much. Nice. From that 1 diagonal, it's going to get interesting again after this. You'll go up diagonally forward 1, then forward diagonally left, forward 2, forward diagonally right, right 3, back diagonally right, back 3, back diagonally left 2, and then forward diagonally left by 1. From this singular most like back diagonal, you'll place a coarse dirt up diagonally forward 1. You'll then go forward diagonally left with an upside down stone stair, left with a slab, left with a stone block, and then extend that stone block forward with 3 coarse dirt. Go forward diagonally right, and then right by 2, then back diagonally right by 2, back 2, back diagonally left with a coarse dirt. Off this coarse dirt here, you want an anvil, and you want a barrier obviously below that a block so you can actually place it. In addition, you want another anvil underneath the upside down stone stair with a barrier a block below that as well, obviously, because you need it. On top of this anvil here, you want a stone slab. The right anvil. Left of it, you want an upside down stone slab as well. You can get rid of your barriers. We do still need the anvils, but I'll just pop the barriers in my inventory and get out... What was it? Quartz bricks, that's what it was. Because we will start using them. So, right of this stone slab, you actually want to place a quartz brick. And then you want to extend it up by 6. In addition, this stone at the left, you'll go up diagonally left with a quartz brick. And extend it up by 5. Then place a stone. Extend the stone back by 1. Then go right with an upside down stone slab. Stone block. Upside down slab. Stone block, but that's kind of iffy, and you'll see why later. And then you'll go up diagonally right with a stone block, which is also kind of iffy. Not this up stone block, but the one to the right or left of it, I guess. This one, you'll place an upside down stone stair in front. From this and upside down stone slab, it's andesite on the texturing. That's why you'll place a stone slab up diagonally forward by 1. Right of that slab, you'll place an anvil on top of this stair that should be facing the same way, you know, kind of like that. Off this left stone block, you'll place a stone stair, not this one here, and then that should be all of that done. Now, we'll actually go kind of like this instead. So if you start from this first coarse dirt here on the left, you'll bring it up by 1. Go up diagonally left, up by 5. Up diagonally right by 2. Right 2. Down diagonally right by 2. And then you should just connect down from there. In addition, kind of going in from this, if you take this coarse dirt here on the left, this one diagonal, you'll go back 1, right 1, back diagonally right 1, and then forward diagonally right 1. And above both the slab and the anvil, you'll just place more coarse dirt. Anyway, left side again, this coarse dirt. You will extend it up by 3, then go up diagonally left, up by 4, then up diagonally right 1, right 4, down diagonally right 1, and from there you can yet again connect down. This coarse dirt right here on the left, you will extend again up by 3, up diagonally left, up 2, up diagonally right, up 1, up diagonally right, right 1, down diagonally right, and then right 1, down by 2, down diagonally right, down 2, down diagonally left, and then down 1. These course darts you can bring up and just kind of fill in this cave a block out with it, like so. I guess in line with those course darts, but a block out from what we just did. Nice, that's this cave section done. Okay, so from this point, you want to take the... There's one row of 5 course dart at the top here, and you want to go in on the left and right from it with an end rod. Dark oak fence gate, and then you'll have a bamboo fence gate in the middle. And yeah, if you head back down, you can actually bring the quartz bricks walls here on either side just back a row to fill in whatever. For the texturing of these hallways, I'm going to explain it all once we're like done all of them themselves. Rather than going through it in the process. Again, the course dirt is the same every time if you want to just do that from last time, but I'll probably go over that again if I remember. But once we get to probably the vent before water treatment, or like I guess the final vent before it, then I'll go over texturing. But I'm not going to worry about it insanely right now. But anyway, yeah, once you have done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is part 43 of Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 complete. That's a good amount of stuff. Obviously, for this, it doesn't look like a ton, but that cave on its own is a lot, which is why I kind of made this one a little bit shorter, because at least I think it should be shorter. I don't know. I have like 4 different clips that I'm trying to manage, so it's kind of hard to tell, but, you know, I guess it is technically more work with that cave alone, because that cave is so much. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.